Hey y'all, welcome back to Spirit of the Outdoors. I'm out here working on some odd and end stuff. Built a thing for my tomahawk. I wrapped part of that handle under there. I'm a fan. Put me some buckskin on the bottom. I was gonna do some lacing some stuff up this handle, but I really hadn't made my mind up yet if that's something I want to do or not. But I'm experimenting with something here. I cut out a bunch of knife blades. I'll drop a picture in there for you to see. On those knife blades, they're already pretty tempered. In fact, it's really good steel. This knife I put together today. All I did was ground an edge on it, and then I somewhat polished this blade with some 600 grit sandpaper, something like that. Glued a handle on there that is Bodock Osage, and pinned it. It is epoxied on there. It's basically 2 scales. It has a good feel. I'm not sure I like the profile of this yet or not. But I dug out, I was looking through some of my scrap leather for stuff, and I just found 2 different colored pieces of, so I was going to build a sheath for it, and I'm going to play with it a while. The experimental part of this knife is it has not been in a forge, it has not been tempered. All I did was sharpened it. And we're going to abuse it, I am, and I'm going to see how it holds up. Just to see. I mean, if I can build knives without having to put them in the forge, take a belt grinder and grind an edge on that after I cut out the shape of knife I want, and it hold up for what I'm doing, I'll be a happy man. So I'm throwing together a sheath, belt sheath for it, and this belt is going to be a pointed style with a loop on it, would be able to be wore on either side. So that is the good thing about this design. With a tip like it is, it could go in the sheath either way. So that's what I'm out here. I'm just playing, babysitting some molds. I thought I was going to have my other buckskin video ready to go, but it's just not going to be ready to go. And the reason is I want to take that hide and lace it in a frame and work it all. Well, it's been drizzling rain all day today. Not just pouring down rain, raining. We're supposed to get that tomorrow. Tornadoes in the morning, you know, all that fun stuff. So we're really looking forward to that, you know. Tornadoes at Christmas time, you just can't beat. So I'm going to leave the hide in the refrigerator for a few days till it gets the weather to do it. I could have stretched it today. I had to sit with Brody for a little while. Brody's not feeling good. Brody has got chest cold. Brody is not in bad shape now. He still don't have any problems throwing toys everywhere. But he's got a real bad cough. So while I was out here babysitting some molds I poured, we've had a lot going on. I really hadn't got to produce as many videos as I like to make. So I ordered me some of these punches, and they were supposed to come when I got this big roll of leather. Y'all, this is a whole side of leather. A lot of knife holsters and such, maybe even gun holsters in the future. I have made a few gun holsters. Not perfect, but we're going to get better at it. But I ordered me some of these things so that I could stitch more properly. And this leather that I'm working with at the moment is not the best leather. It is somewhat thin, but it was some scraps. So I am gluing this now. I'm probably, this glue is going pretty fast. It ain't the best glue in the world. I used a part of this glue, and I know some of you want to know this. Those moccasins that I used this to glue the soles on, yeah, that didn't work out for me. They peeled right on back off. I know I had some people ask about that, how that worked out. The soles would have worked good. The glue did not hold up. So, that being said, one of my friends told me to get barges glue. So, I'm probably going to try to invest in some of that. And I done got glue off on the inside of my holster over here. Okay. All right, now let me find my weights here. Put my boards on there. Let that dry a minute. I got me some tea made out of some rabbit tobacco. That's what I got right now. Because unfortunately, that old mess Brody's got trying to get me. So anyway, y'all, what's the best way to apply these things on there? I've got that on there like that, where I just tie it, and I'm thinking that's probably the best way. I'm not a fan of snaps and metal connections and fasteners because they just seem to rust and come apart for me. Oh, I gotta hang that. But anyway, this don't take long to dry, this glue don't. But this knife, so far, I have got it sharp. Y'all, that joker, I ain't got no hair on my arm right there no more from fooling with these knives. But I did order me a leather kit. It's got some more string. This is the wax sinew, and that's what I'm going to lace this one up with. I have made one, shipped a knife out today. I was supposed to have shipped it yesterday. Sorry, I didn't get it in the mail. Just too much going on. I didn't mean to not get it in there. But now what I am doing, and I know y'all like to look. Somebody said they got tickled at me saying that. I know y'all like to look. So anyway, I'm using this thing as a multi-tool. In other words, I'm using it to score this line, but I've got one of them little doohickeys ordered. And see, you got this piece of leather in the middle is called the welt. And I am drilling these, but this is helping me line my holes up and keeps them evenly spaced. Some of these stitching chisels, they're called, when you buy them, I don't know about the ones I've got coming, will cut all the way through everything and you don't have to do the drilling. But I hear a drill press works nice, and we have one at the welding shop. I just don't have one over here. So as of right now, I'm taking like a 5/64 drill bit, and that is what I am going through these holes. All right, I got all them holes drilled. Heck, looks pretty straight on the backside. I did all right. Y'all can't even tell, can you? We'll clean these edges up later. I know I got some rough stuff looking. All right. I'm going to do what they call a saddle stitch. I bet you I don't have enough string to do this. It might be. We're going to be bad close, I can tell you that. Well, let me get my... This is my favorite little pair of pliers to do this with. I don't know, they just fit in my hand. And it's simply just to pull that needle. Whoop. Now, if you go ahead and pull both of them at the same time with two needles, clamp this over in that vise, it works a lot better. But when you're hard-headed and want to do it this way, I just wanted y'all to know I did get smart enough to come over here and clamp this in this vise. Finish stitching it out. And I have made the decision that I'm going to cut that off and we're going to stitch to the seam a whole different piece of leather. I don't like that little narrow thing. And it's going to be folded all the way over. It ain't big enough or long enough, so I'm not even going to worry about that. And I can stitch it through my holes on my seam out here. So, we've only got about 2 or 3 more stitches right here. If there's any kind of knob sticking out, that string's gonna hang on it. I can tell you that. All right, and back through my tip down here at the point where my other ones are through. Look at there, y'all. All right, we can take you. I'm gonna leave them right there in case I want to put a feather or something on them. You know how I am. All right, I am going to bunches and bunches of scraps, and I'm seriously trying to just kind of use up some of this junk. So, to make this where it will work on either side, I can turn that inside. So what I need to do is see how much I can cut straight right there. Get it off of that. Think about right there is the best chance I got for that. All right. They say, y'all, that we're going to have what we say down here in the South, some weather tomorrow. Y'all know what I'm talking about? That ain't how y'all do it in y'all's neck of the woods, is it? Instead of saying we're going to have bad weather, we just say we're going to have some weather. And then there'll always be some idiots that say, yeah, well, weather is... It always tickles me how somebody wants to correct you. It ain't that we're too stupid to know that it's bad weather. It's just commonly what is said here. What I think I'm going to do is just fold this over, punch me a couple of holes, and stitch it just like that. Don't y'all think that will work? Obviously, I'm going to still it'll look like this. And then that on back that way. That way I'm turned the right way. All right. Now then. So to do this, we're going to get that mashed down. I tell you what. Why are we doing it that way? Why don't we do it this way? Yeah. Why don't we do it this way? I really don't need but about 3 stitches. All right. This leather is old. It's been in a box. I think it got damp at some point, so it looks like that's mildew or something on it. That Scotch Brite will clean it right up. Okay. You don't need lots of name. About to get too much junk up here on my little work table, ain't I? Y'all see how to thread that needle? Put your specs on. Well, sir, somebody has closed the hole up. Now, I just knowed that one was going to be easy to go through at that top because all that string was... Right, we got it. All right, that's all there is to that. And then we'll tie that up. And do the other side. All right, we got all of that done. Let me cut these loose ends off. We probably gonna find us a chicken feather and put on the other end of this. Well, let's see if we can get the handle down in it now. That was what I was wanting it to soften up. Yeah, there we go. Come on now. All right, look at there. Y'all want me to show you how to tie that feather on there? put this drill bit up because I be knocked that over it and broke it. We got a bunch of junk right there. It's got to be thrown away. All right. Find me a feather up here. We got a whole jar full of feathers I picked up out of the chicken yard and up and down through the woods, and bugs got in there and eat on part of them. That's a cool looking feather. Multicolored like this holster, that's the one we want. All right. Yes. So what I do is I take my length of string right here, pull it a little longer than what I need, and I like to do it on the inside, and I make a loop. Then you take the tag in and you start wrapping. I see people trying to cut the feather and put loops on them and all kind of stuff like that. I don't know why they're doing all that. Because I've put a lot of feathers on stuff. Bandanas, do-rags. I have lost a feather or two along the way. But I want you to see just how cleanly this winds up looking. And my loop was on this inside. I want it back around on there as I was wrapping. And I just wrap till I run out of string here. And see how right there I'm about out. Feathers are starting to get in my way. So then what you do is you take your tag in, run it through your loop, and then you just pull the whole thing. See there? Now look at that. That is just how easy that was. And I have tied on squirrel tails, whatever else I wanted to. So now I could put that right there on my side. I can put that right there on my belt if I want to. I keep a long belt. I'm going to make me a new belt that ain't quite so long. But see there? Drop down. And this right here can be took out, turned around, put in that way, wore on either side, whichever way you want to wear it, but knife will turn either way. I done turned it around really for this side. So it's an ugly holster there. But I take like right here and trim this up, and I'll take it out there on the belt grinder and smooth all of that right there up. Get it even. Make it look a lot better. It'd help if I could get that knife long enough to actually cut. I do a lot of stuff by hand that most people would do with some type of tools, and I don't know why I do it that way. You get a better product using proper tools. But anyway. And I may put another feather on there. I don't know. But y'all, the whole deal behind this video is this knife right here has not been tempered, has not been treated, has not been nothing. Where's my sheet of paper? I got some pottery orders right here we can whack up now. I don't need that one. I'd say it was sharp. And that's after me cutting leather. Oh, I tore it. I ain't good at doing this. But anyway, it's sharp enough to cut that all up. Wonder how many sheets of leather it'll cut through. There's pottery orders. I got, I don't know, about 6 sheets there. Well, it cut through 6 easier than it did 1. I don't know if that means anything or not. Anyway, y'all, we finished that up. But I'm going to abuse this knife. See if it holds an edge. I'm going to tote it, play with it a while. If this works, y'all, I can make some of these knives. They don't have to be tempered. I can probably do a better job of shining that edge up with a little more time. I'll just kind of rush through this while I was waiting on pottery to do. And so, if you're interested in one, let me know. I don't know about no prices yet. We'll have to work some stuff. I have to make them and see about what I got in them as far as time and all. But without tempering it and going through all those processes, I could probably do them a little cheaper. So, just thought. Don't know that they're going to be better knives. I'm sure some professional knife maker out there can tell me why that is a terrible idea. Please do that. And then... But I think a lot of it has a lot to do with the particular steel that you have. And these are some saw blades. And I had one in here I would show you. It's a 10U blade. And they like a 14-inch chop saw blade. And I have got a stack of them. The only difference is that is thinner. This is the thickness. No, this is the same blade. That's the same knife blade. Hang on. Alright, I'll compare it to like my buoy that I'm toting. Oh, my blade is rusting in there, y'all. Look at my blade. And I oiled it before I put it in there. But anyway, you see the thickness of that spring. And then the thickness of this up side by side. That is the difference. Let's mic it and see. Well, sir, that thing ain't gonna work today. We're not gonna mic it. Not with this digital one, no way. Time to put new batteries in it. See if we can tell with a tape measure. This blade is approximately a 1/16 of an inch. Where this is about 3/16. Now I have got one of those gigantic big round chop saws. My grandpa used to cut firewood. They're like these big old saw blades. It is an 1/8 of an inch. So this blade being a 1/16 of an inch. Now you're talking about making some fine kitchen knives. It'll flat do it. But anyway, there that is. That is the same material now that I've been making them patch knives out of. For somebody else curious. And this is old beat up Sheath. I made that. Y'all, that was back when I first started making them. Man, you talking about some rough sheets. And I had to put some wire in it right here because I was too stupid. I made my pattern and didn't realize it was going to swell out right here. And it drawed in and the knife cut through the welt right here and cut the string. But now, I like that sheath. It drops down in there. And I made it the same way I make my other ones, where if I want to wear it back here on my sideways or up here or down. I can wear it any which way I want to. And I'm bad to cross draw one, so y'all see how I wear stuff. I have got to clean that up. But I love knives, and I have buckets full of them before this is all said and done. Thank y'all for watching Spirit of the Outdoors. Hopefully we'll get the buckskin video done here sometime this week. We'll get some buckskin. We've got a lot of knife projects coming up. I am not going to film all these knives I'm making. I just was out here tonight fooling around. Didn't really have a video to put out this week till I get to do the buckskin. So we've got tornadoes tomorrow. I probably won't drag that out unless it's late tomorrow evening. And plus, we're trying to finish up what pottery we can and get it to stores before Christmas. So I've got a lot going on. But don't you worry, we'll be back with another one pretty quick. So remember, the best way to do things, the way you like to do it. We'll see y'all. Y'all have a good one.